Today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to walk you through the foundational steps of turning your story into your brand. Who am I? I'm Cristi. I'm a speech pathologist and have been for 34 years that jumped into solopreneurship and have never looked back. I am going to share this with you today because this was the simplest way that I learned how to share my story to work my business. It simplified everything. It simplified content. It simplified my systems. It simplified everything in business for me and my ADHD brain so that I could actually be successful. So this is a free guide that I offer, and I'm going to kind of run you through it today because I want you to see what it is, what it's about, and how you could use it in your business that you currently have or in the business that you'd like to build. And the reason I say you could use it in the business that you currently have is, let's just say you have a transformation story in wellness that you use. That is your story. That's your business story. Let's say you have a story of overcoming a tragedy or a hardship or a loss. You could use that story. Let's just say you have physical products that you create. What's the story? What was the story behind you starting this business and how you got it going? That story is your story of transformation and can be turned into a business you love, and it can simplify all the processes. I'm on a mission to help as many women with, especially those with ADHD, realize that business doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be confusing. It can be simple if you base it on your story and you simplify the systems. Let's get started. This is Story Secrets Success, or Story Success Secrets for a Business You Love. On this page, you're going to just see the table of contents. And actually, at the very end, there's a super cool bonus from me if you stay tuned or if you get to the end of the guide. Step one, you're going to reflect on your journey. This may be experiences that you've had, this may be traumas you've had, this may be where you were before, and things that have happened in your life. And what I want you to do is not limit it to the story that you have right now in your business, maybe, but any story or any experience. I want you to dig deep and take a moment to reflect, and no rules. Write down any experience or hurt or rejection or hardship or transition or even relationships or health or jobs or dreams that you've had, good, bad, or the ugly. Think about all of the experiences that you've been through and reflect on those. After each, I have given an example of some of the things that I put on my list. Of course, that's not everything. I want you to really brainstorm because that's where you're going to get your story of transformation that's going to light you up and be help you build a business that you love. The second step is recognizing your strengths. Everything that you've come through, the worst day that you've had, you survived. The next worst day that you've had, you survived. The next hardship, you survived. Any tragedies, you've survived. You're still here. As I always say, you're on the right side of the dirt. So let's talk about what you gained from those times, from the good and the bad. What have you learned about yourself? What have you created in yourself? Who's the person that you have become because of that situation? That's what I want you to think about here. Next, you're going to reframe that. You may have doubt, but doubt has no future if we want to build a business that's going to make an impact. We have to stop the negative stories that we tell ourselves because of what's happened to us, and we have to be able to move forward with that. And when you are using your story as your foundation of your business, the reasoning behind it, the transformation, the impact, the help, the guidance and the tips that you're giving, they're all coming from your story. There's no reason for an imposter syndrome because you and only you can share your story. You and only you know what you've been through and what you've become because of it. So in this section, you're going to talk about who you were before this particular experience that you've chosen and the after. Where were you after this? Or maybe you start at the very beginning and that's where you start this transformation. And then you can add to that through your business. It really is up to you, but you want to come up with a before and then an after so that your transformation story, whether it be tiny or large transformation, an A to B, or if it's an A to Z, then that can work as well. But right now, you just want an A to B story that you have had in your life, that you have overcome, or that you have created, or that you have become someone new because of it. That is a story that you'll start with. Here's an example of that before and after. It doesn't have to be long like my first example. It can simply be after 10 years of failed diets and workouts that didn't work, I found a way to stay healthy and live a life I love, and I want to show you how. It can be that simple. I just want you to be able to pick out one of those transformations and put that into this reframe so that you can see your story of transformation. Let's continue. Next, this is going to help you decide how you're going to do your messaging. Refining what lights you up and what boils your blood. You want to attract people that are similar to you, that want to talk about the same topics as you, that get along with you, that think the way you do. And some contrast, but not a ton. And then you want to talk about what boils your blood. I don't do well around judgmental people. I can't stand that type of talk. And so I don't attract people who are very judgmental. That is something that boils my blood. That's something that ticks me off for that matter. But what I'm saying is I want you to list in here, what are the things that make you happy? What are the things that light you up? What are the things you enjoy, your passions, your the things that just make you excited? The things you do, the things you think, the things you read, anything that lights you up that makes you you. Then you're going to put in here anything that boils your blood, that makes you mad. I can't stand mistreatment of adults or the elderly. I can't stand judgment. I want people to love one another. There are so many things, but I can put those down, and that's going to help me be clear in my messaging of who I'm talking to and who I want to attract, and again, who I want to repel. Let's continue. This is where it all comes together. Now you're going to create a realigned mission statement. I am a, describe yourself positively, who has accomplished what? What was your after? Summarize how you've grown or changed or accomplished despite life's curveballs. Now I would like to help who? Who are struggling with what? To do what? What is the transformation that you want to guide them through? And then you're going to talk about how you're going to deliver that. One-to-one coaching, PDFs, guides, courses, mini courses, master classes, workshops. What is it that you would enjoy doing to help others? And last, you're going to reveal your offer to the world. So this is taking your transformation that you want to use and then turning that into a story brand, turning that into a business, turning that into a focus, an offer that you have for others. So my program name, the best bodybuilding bullet list. I don't know. Name your offer. Then you're going to write 3 ways that you help them. So, how do you help them? Those 3 ways so that they can get what? What are the 3 results that they're going to get? And then how will you deliver that program? You can circle the offers that you'll use. And then there's a bonus if you would like. You can get on a call with me, schedule a call with me, and I will actually walk through this with you and do a free 30-minute call to walk you through this guide. All you have to do is click on this link, and that will send you to my calendar, and you can set that up, and we will work together to create this for you if you are interested in that. This is a free service that I offer to help you because I know this is not sometimes how it's normally taught, and I would love to help you if that is something that you would love. So the link for the guide will be below. Please subscribe. Please like this video, share this video if you feel like it was helpful, or if you know someone who may be seeking a way to simplify new business. Um, I am going to be later offering some other workshops and courses, but for now we have the free guide, and then I have some organizational tools that I'll be sharing. But the link to the guide will be in the description, and I would love to have you subscribe and hang out with me. I'll be posting at least once a week on organizational business tips, as well as turning your story into your brand and how you can do that. The internal, the external messaging, the internal confidence and clarity, the external messaging, attracting and repelling, the simplified systems so that your lifestyle can be better, not worse. And then how you can set up those systems to scale when it comes time to do that. So I hope you'll follow along. It's nice spending this time with you, and I will see you next week.